Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed that special we did the other day. It's pretty fun, but like I said, it's a few things that I have to fix on it, but not today because we have other things to work on today, like this guy. You know how last time we decided, hey, why not be cool and everything and just break the lip? Look, it popped out. I haven't touched this car since. And if you can see the damage that it's done to the guard, it just means that this guard means even less to me now. So we can probably just pull the hell out of it now. Just roll it and roll it and roll it. I don't know why that's like that. Not too sure, but we can just end up pulling all this out and making sure that we can fit that massive tire in. But like I said, bumper's coming off today. I won't be running another lip. So if you guys want to see what the lip looks like. So the lip itself didn't like crumple, but it ripped off. So that's how relatively strong this was. So it's made of carbon fiber. It's got a top layer of carbon fiber and the bottom is fiberglass. So like I said, ripped the nuts straight out of it, and now it sits like that. Alright, let's get working. I just made a run out to Super Cheap Auto. Got myself a 5 amp battery charger. Is camera dirty? Camera is dirty. Sorry guys. Oh, yeah. So just went out to Super Cheap Auto, got myself a 5 amp battery charger. Got this one. Cost me like $100, I think. Yeah, roughly $109. So 5 amp, we'll see how it goes. I'm just gonna start charging all these apparently dead batteries. So let's see. So I've connected it to one of the old batteries that weren't charging that well, and we've got some lights on at the moment, which means that's good. But the ultimate test would be whether or not it would charge this battery, because this battery was dead. So maybe we should start with this one first. Let's see. Yeah, it's on, 12 volts. Alright, let's see how we go. So looking at this, we went through 2 volts yesterday. So all of yesterday 2 volts, which is not bad. Let me print screen this and then I'll show you guys later a better detailed version of it. But at the moment, let's take that bumper off. I've found its new home. It won't be moved from here for a while, I don't think. So let's strip off the front end and see what we can do with these guards. And it should just come off, right? Unless it's... there we go. Right, so we've got some blue coming out because of paint cracking. Maybe we should think about repainting this one day. Alright, let's have a quick inspection. It's cracked all the paint at the bottom. Obviously, poor adhesions ripped straight through this area. It's probably ripped out a chunk there as well. Ripped out a whole piece of plastic here. So all in all, one bolt survived, but that just goes to show how strong that fiberglass lip is. And this piece didn't really survive, but we'll take that off. Alright. So would it be a crazy idea to paint the headlights? Because I've already done it before. Maybe we should paint it and do it a little shade darker. What do you guys think? Yay or nay? Because like I said, it's already been painted. And I did a pretty crap job at it back then. So, but the fender itself is quite damaged. It broke. It broke the headlight, and I had so many headlights, and I decided to get rid of them because I thought I wouldn't need them. Like I said, it broke one of the clips, the nipples for this side there. So, and these things aren't cheap anymore. So, we've got to figure out a solution. Not yet, but let's try to get this fender a little bit better. So all in all, it's not too bad. We've just put off the side skirt, and obviously we've broken some of these clips because they're so old. So I'll go on AliExpress Racing and we'll get some new ones. But good thing to note was this fender's not even bolted on completely. The only bolt that's holding it on is this one and the top 3 bolts that sit on the inside the engine bay. But this itself doesn't look too bad. Just pretty much twist it back like so. Huh. Huh. Fixed. That's what it took. Oh man. So I'm gonna add that onto my list of things that I can do. So panel beater right here. Panel bender should actually be. Okay, I feel something there. But like I said, there's no bolt in the top side, so I think maybe it's probably important to bolt both these bolts in, because whenever I install fenders, I only ever do one, just because it's such a pain to get to. But I think this one needs 2, so one there, one there. So fender's okay, mostly. Push that in. But like I said, there's no bolt up there. So once I put a bolt up there, it should sit a little bit nicer. And don't get me wrong, there is damage on this guard. I just gotta find out where I can push it so it works out. So it's very possible that this bit is being pulled out so much that it's causing this area to warp. So there you go. Somewhere along there is damage, but let's pull the hell out of this. So let's just say the fender's mounted while it is. What happens if we space it out like this? I can get a spacer and run it out and it'd sit like this, which wouldn't be too drastic, but give me a little bit more and also make the car look a little bit more aggressive. What do you guys think? I think, yeah, let's do it. Because what's the point? What's the point of being so boring? So let me get a spacer. So I've managed to find the spacers that I want to use. It's not overly too big. It's probably roughly 100 mils. So 1 centimeter. 10 mils, 100 10 mils, 1 centimeter. But the part on top of that is I like matching bolts. So I found 3 of those and I've got 4 of these. But I'm just seeing in this pile whether or not we have a 4th one. Is that it? Nope. I'm going to just confirm that it's not there. But I think this is part of my obsession. So unfortunately, we couldn't find it here. But we could find it here. So we've got 4 of these big bad boys. Let's go see if we can make it work. Tripping hazards, tripping hazards. Alright, so permanently like that. I'm not gonna lie, it looks kind of stupid, but now we've masked the damage by making it look stupid and not damaged. So, as I was saying, I never actually had a bolt in the top of the fender, the guard. So, it gets one now. But also, I was thinking, to stop this from vibrating so much, maybe we should, because I know from factory, on the EGs and even Ray's DC2, they've got a bracket that comes across that holds the fender in place. I know this is Jdm front, but we should be able to come up with something. Because, look, see how he's got that, just a bracket that comes across that holds the fender in place? Maybe we can make something like that. Or maybe we can steal it from a DC2 and make it work. Maybe. Alright, so I think I've found the source to the ants in the car. And so we've got some of our trusty old mortine. But basically, as I was putting this bolt in, we could see some ants just scurry around in this area. So this is a blammo. Sorry guys. But why is it one side you work on where it's super easy, and then the other side, like, I'm just swinging and missing right now. Like, there's no bolts in that at all, but it's not moving, which is annoying. Bring it off with this guy, and you guys can see how much I actually care about my cars and whatnot. It's just a car. See what I mean? I only ever put one, and also got a run right here that's been fossilized. We managed to get it off. A few stuck on, a few broken clips as well. But alright, let's space this guy out. And before, when I was pulling it, my theory was right. As you pull on this bit bends in. So there you go. So as I pull, that guy goes in. So explains exactly what happened to the guard. Alright, let's wide body it. This side, not really feeling it, but oh well, it is what it is. Or maybe the whole idea is to space out everything evenly. That could be a thing. What if we space it out evenly? Would that look better? Yeah, let's space it out evenly and see how that looks. If it looks out from here, it kind of looks funny, doesn't it? One way to find out. I've got a lot of stupid ideas, but I'd say this one's probably one of the worst ones, because now it actually looks like poor panel fitment. Like a lot. Like, from this side, everything looks okay. But as soon as you go to here, it's just messing with my head that the lines don't really line up. But, like, it's not even a big spacer. So, in comparison, it's probably a little bit shorter. Probably like 7 mils. But, I don't know. From here, it looks good because the gap is even all across the board. And I'm going to just leave that for now and see if I change my mind on that, because from front you don't really notice it as much. There is a little bit of line misalignment here. We'll see. But because everything's spaced out evenly, the guard doesn't have to be pulled as much. So, like I said, I'll get a hammer and dolly. I'll try to smooth out this area as much as possible. I'm not a panel beater. And also, you know how we were talking about that bracket to hold this fender? A while ago, in the early day videos, we had a cable tie that used to wrap around there. I don't know why we got rid of it. So I'm going to put that back. This is a PSA for anyone with a JDM front. I didn't know this, but basically, this is the main rail that holds your bumper in place. So what you want to do is undo these two bolts and then shift it accordingly to the height that you want it. It depends on how much gap you have between your bumper. But this is the mark. This is your main piece. Goes over there. So clearly I have to move that up because this side is sitting so much higher. So there you know, that's how you adjust your JDM front bumper. That's the gap between your headlight. You guys are so lucky you didn't watch me try to panel beat. I do not have the patience for that, nor do I have the understanding of what I'm doing.